Well, I've said weird things for a long time because I've been slipped hallucinogen 7 times in my life, the most recent happening 2 years ago while I was working at my college. Um, I said those things because I used to be left eye dominant, and my eye dominant switched to my right eye at age 7, and I didn't want to keep quiet and not keep that stuff in my head because I knew it was I just didn't want it there. If I talked about it or wrote it down, then I didn't have to think about it. Um, it's like day 3 maybe of realizing that my eyes are green. I don't know why I've been telling people my eyes are blue. I have no idea. My birth certificate said they were blue, but most Caucasian people's eyes are blue when they're born, um, unless they're brown. My eyes must have turned green sometime in that time frame. Uh, so I was like, when you slip somebody drugs, you like spiritually damage them. It's considered attempted manslaughter if you slip somebody drugs and get caught. So, like, they were trying to murder my soul. And I did actually have a hallucination that my throat got slit when I was 19. But that was like, it's like I saw my soul's throat getting slit, and that was pretty weird. Um, I, uh, I got lost for all those years spiritually, and just realizing that like we all can meditate, but our meditation state is the same color as our eyes. So like if you got brown eyes, your toenails are like brown, on a spiritual energy level. If they're blue, your toenails are blue. If your eyes are hazel or gray, whatever. If your eyes are gray, then your toenails are like gray. And if your eyes are green, then your toenails are light green. And that keeps you in a spiritual state of mind where you can just stop. And that's like nirvana. You don't have to move around different rooms of spiritual energies because you know the base energy of your spirit is the same color as your eyes. I mean, it helps to know that your heart's kind of like a rose, or blood is like a rose. I mean, if you got a menstrual cycle, you've got blood coming out of your body, which that would be like a rose. If you're left eye dominant, most of the energy from your heart goes to your left eye, so that's like a rose that grows from concrete. Um, and the concrete would pretty much be your orgasm. Um, so I don't know, like, there's a couple other things that I like to say. You can swallow, then blow air out your nose. I mean, it's not that hard. I can't see my ears and eyes right now unless I look into my reflection. Um, and that you can see sound moving through the color around you. So, like, sound does move. We all know you can feel vibrations of sound. So, that means that if you're in tune enough with it, you can see the colors around you vibrating, because the sound's moving through it, causes the color spectrum to vibrate as well. And like that's pretty much the whole story right there. Like anything else that I said that was weird, like I can't think of anything else that's important to say on a spiritual level. Um, so it's kind of weird. Um, Lost my wife over this. I've lost my kids. I don't know if my kids will come back. They're being forced to stay away from me right now. I don't know if it's because she knows I'm trying to find my stopping point or if she honestly thinks I'm just crazy and a bad person. I don't know. I'm not a bad person. I mean, I did grow up with a rare eye disease that caused my body to have natural hallucinations. And it seems like after I got that eye surgery, I slowly started organizing everything that was weird my whole life for the past 34 years. And I summed it up in pretty much this video. Um, I regret a lot of things that I've said. I don't know why people thought I was violent. Like, I ain't got the energy. I haven't had the energy to hurt anybody for long time. So for anybody to think that I wanted to hurt them was just asinine, because I I don't have the fucking energy. Like, I'm spiritually beat the fuck up from all those drugs being slipped to me and losing my kids and my marriage. And I mean, somehow I'm almost done with college and my associate's degree. Um, I'm having a hard time finding a girlfriend. It might just be because of where I live. I live in a pretty small town, not a lot of women around, but I can't seem to move because I have kids still, and I don't want them to have issues with me being gone. I mean, I've been gone anyway, so they probably already got daddy issues. But I'd like to move to where I mean, if I lived in a bigger city, I'd have a girlfriend. It wouldn't be that hard to find, as long as I pretty much keep my mouth shut and maybe just say I have green eyes. Like, okay, leave me alone. Maybe fucking. I don't know why people are afraid of men with green eyes, but women that have green eyes are just all the sexy shit that everybody thinks they are. And it's like, that's kind of hypocritical, don't you think? So these women with green eyes are sexy, but the men with green eyes are creepy. Um, it's not my fault you're afraid of dinosaurs or things that are green. I don't know. Marijuana's green. Um, so we're going to continue on and see if anything changes on a spiritual energy level. I don't think it will, but I've cried wolf so many times that one can't be sure. I mean, I'm not currently hallucinating anymore. It's just I'm organizing memories of my hallucinations and trying to pinpoint them to hopefully help the mental health field later on in my degrees. So.